Hello, welcome back. A lot of things are happening here in the end game of Xenogears. I had another look at the last scene and understood a little bit better what happened there. I didn't quite manage to parse what Elly was saying before, but basically what she said was that when one Myang dies, another one awakens, and that was her. So Myang's consciousness, when Myang died, transferred into Elly, was the story. That was the part of the situation that I kind of missed. So anyway, Elly is working against us. She's with Krelian, resurrecting God. I am Citan alone, apparently. Whatever that might mean. She's here. I don't know why I'm looking at my inventory, because I have a better sword to equip. And a better helmet to equip. Haven't played as Citan in a bit. Still wearing those super goggles, I'm not going to change that. Alright, Citan, what are you up to? Continue the game? Sure. Let's start. So Faye may have just jumped into Deus, which is where Krelian and Elly are. Or maybe something else is going on. Citan's in the chair now. God, the interplanetary invasion weapon Deus, had awakened and its arc, Merkava, was activated. Deus began to absorb one after the other the mutated people destined to be its parts, while the non-mutated would eventually only become a threat to it, to exterminate us and our civilization. It set into action. The planet's surface was devastated by Merkava and the weapons born out of it called the Seraph Angels. And we're just letting it happen. What can we do about it? Not much. While pursuing the newly awakened Deus, we chanced upon Faye, whose whereabouts had hitherto been lost, along with his gear Voltol, discovered together at the place where Merkava, with an apostrophe before it. No, those both quotes are there, I just couldn't see the other one. It's covered by Citan's ear. Was originally located. We were overjoyed by Faye's return, but it was short-lived. For some unknown reason, Faye was found in a state of suspended animation. He did not regain consciousness. The people of Shevat, and we ourselves, feared a relapse of Faye's, no, Id's power, and had no choice but to put Faye into carbonite freeze. So you actually carried out that plan, alright? Sigurd is there. Where is the story going? Seems like everything is over and everything is lost. Except that's happened like a lot of times, and yet it's kept on going. What a weird way this is told. Your Majesty, why do the people of Shevat fear Faye so much? Even if Grahf and Id's power are comparable. Oh right, another thing that I didn't quite parse fully was Grahf was clearly working with Krelian there. The two were together. I think it was actually Graf's gear that I fought, not Krelian's. So he was the one... Yeah, so it was very ambiguous. Like, Alpha Veltol was the gear that rescued Elly from the Hecht. I don't think Krelian was in that gear. I think Grahf was. So, like, it's an alternate form of Graf's insect-looking gear, maybe. But then, what business did Grahf have saving Elly from the Hecht? Is that like the Lacan part of him coming out saving what he sees as Sophia or something? I don't know. That's still kind of a big mystery. It is not that we fear him. We fear the error we ourselves committed. And now we are simply trying to put a lid on it. The error that you yourselves committed? Shevat instigated a battle 500 years ago to gain our independence from Solaris. However, we became overcome with the lust for power. Fearing the war-torn people's will would no longer be with Shevat, but with the Nisan mother, and that the people would assemble under Sophia. The Council of Elders of Shevat back then made a deal with Solaris. A deal? Yes. At the time, Solaris, or the Gazelle Ministry to be exact, were at odds with a woman who held the real power behind the scenes. Would that happen to have been Myung? Most probably it was. Fearing the increasing power of the masses assembling in Nisan, the Gazelle Ministry schemed to hand over to us their antagonist, Myung, and promised a division of the rulership over the Earth's surface. Where's all this coming from suddenly? But in exchange, we had to give them the rebel army that had assembled in Nisan and also their patron, Sophia. So Sophia and Myung were alive at the same time? The leaders of Shevat accepted, and it was decided that Nisan would be the location of the final decisive battle with Solaris. So now, hold up. How many people are in Elly's consciousness right now? Are the mother and the anti-type the same thing? Was Myung an anti-type? She was a mother. Was Lacan ever the contact? So, like... Well, Okay, not sure. Anyway, and it was decided that Nisan would be the location of the final decisive battle with Solaris. Shevat did not participate in that battle, thwarted by the awesome numbers of the Solarian army and with their path of retreat cut off. The Nisan rebel army ran out of options and was destroyed. Caught up in the middle of all this was Lacan, Bart's ancestor Roni, myself, and Krelian. You were also there? Yes, we know this. Yes, surrounded on all sides, we were prepared to die. And then the rebel forces' flagship appeared with Sophia on board. She sacrificed herself so as to create a path for a retreat. Sophia's ship headed straight for the enemy's main ship on a suicide attack. Yeah, old grainy film. To represent that this happened a long time ago. That's actually pretty funny. Hold on, who's fighting who? Things have gotten too complicated for me to follow at this point. And like, I feel like the story is changing. Zephyr's telling a different story than I thought she had relayed previously of what happened 500 years ago. Or maybe she's not and I'm just not following. I don't know anymore. I've lost the thread on a lot of things. Thanks to Sophia's sacrifice, we were able to survive. However, her death forever changed the fate of two men. Krelian, who followed closely under her as the leader of the Nisan sect's militia, completely lost faith after calling out to a god that would not respond. "I will create God with my own hands," were the last words he uttered before he disappeared. The other one's gonna be Lacan. And Lacan. He resented himself for not having the power to do anything while she died in front of him. So he began to search for the legendary power. He became the Seeker of Power. Legendary power? God's resting place, Mahanan, the source of divine wisdom, Razael, and the anima relics, which were created by that very wisdom. Besides these, there is one more legend. And that is... Zohar. That's right, Zohar. We haven't gone there yet. Zohar! That has the name as the Zohar modifier. The power reactor that Myung spoke of, saying it was the infinite energy source of God Deus. What she claimed is also the source of our ether powers and the driving force of all our gears. It would have to be one of the same thing. It is the place that contains the ultimate source of this world's power. It is said that only he who has the correct destiny would be able to discover its location. Losing all faith in humanity, Lacan sought after its power. Lacan became Grahf, and the world collapsed. This tragedy happened because of the people's lust for power. I must take part of the responsibility for not having been able to stop it. And now Faye, the one who has the same power as Grahf. We just wanted to seal up that dreadful power that arose from our own sinful deeds. Ah, okay, you don't want him to become another Grahf. One is enough. So you seal him up. Because he's kind of on a similar path here. But he's a very different person from well, he didn't seem to be a different person from who Lacan was back then. Grahf, the man once known as Lacan, sought after the power of Zohar, the one who has the same power as Grahf, Faye. I had this premonition that Faye too would awaken and seek out that power, and that presentiment became reality. But you stopped him. So Elly's just gone. Faye is encased in carbonite. We got how many party members left? Some. 7 left, I think. It's 9 total, right? Something like that. This is the Shevat prison, right? Mm-hmm. Wait, did he move? Despite being frozen. Oh, he's gonna break out. Oh. Where am I? Who am I? This is my memory? Doc. Whoa. Okay, Bart. Right, Sidan's house. The Yggdrasil place. Rico. Billy. All the places where he met them. Wiseman. Apparently alive. Grahf. Wish I'd gotten a better look at that gear. Everyone. My memories. And Elly. Elly? Mother? Whole bunch of Fays gathered into him. Pendant's doing things. Whoa. Oh? Right, that's id, I think. Who are you? I'm surprised. That's pretty clever. You are id? Mm-hmm. I misjudged you. I didn't expect you, the fake personality, would create a 4th persona. Oh, is that what he did? Okay. Who's the 4th one? 4th persona? He can't feel anything. He's shut up inside your ego. The pressing facts and truths you won't face. You're afraid of them, so you desired to completely shut yourself off from the outside world. And so you formed a 4th persona, a 4th Fae. The name doesn't matter. He's the one on the stage. He's the one who's in control of our body. But it is a useless form of resistance. Come with me. Wait, what are you doing? He has the key. I merely want to borrow it. I've got to go somewhere. I see. Just dragging him along like a doll. Where'd the coward go? Are you coming too? Whoa. No, it's Roni! Come on, guys, eat up. You haven't been able to get this kind of food around here lately, have ya? Well, this is also due to my business savvy. And Renee! Wait a second. Yeah, these are literally Edgar and Sabine. Those are their middle names. What's wrong, Lacan? You look kinda down. What's bothering you? Are you worried about something? It's nothing. I'm just thinking about painting Sophia. I don't know why I agreed to do her portrait. Sophia, you mean your childhood friend who's now the Holy Mother of Nisan? She's not really a childhood friend. I just made her acquaintance at the monastery near my home when I was a child. She's not really a childhood friend. I just made friends with her when I was a child. She went to the clinic there for convalescence. She was frail. So, what are you worried about painting her for? She does not wish herself to become a symbol of her sect. Actually, it seems she wasn't interested in having her portrait painted at first. But when she heard I would be the painter, she turned around and agreed. That's what I don't understand. I see. See, you even got like a surface level resemblance between Rhodey and Edgar and Renee and Sabine. This is... I didn't expect a Final Fantasy VI reference in here, but there it is. Then she must like you. What are you talking about? That's how women are, right, Krelian? Hey, Krell. Krell? Huh? What's up? You're not having any? It's ready to eat. Yeah. The Holy Mother of Nisan, huh? What, are you out to offend Divine Providence or something, Lacan? Cut it out. It's not like that. I wonder what Grahf looks like these days under his mask. What? You've got to lighten up a little. Okay. What does a 500 years aged Fae look like? Krelian's hair just changed color, but otherwise he's mostly the same. Sophia first showed me that books are the best way to calm the heart. Right, we've seen this scene before. And now I'm hooked on reading. You read 3 books a day, don't you? I'm not trying to brag, but I've learned a lot of things I never knew before. Lately, I've been reading this. What is it? Something I borrowed from Melchior. This text goes slow. It's about a form of molecular engineering, nanotechnology. I believe it's a book found in the ancient ruins of the Zeboim civilization. It's a copy of someone's research report, but it's incomplete. I think there were even more wonderful things written in it, but we'll never know now. Alright, this is why you needed, like, Emeralda's assistance to understand the rest of the stuff. She was the missing page of the book. What's wrong? You don't look so good. Lately you've seemed melancholy almost every day. Has something happened? I don't know, I just can't paint right now. Sorry, but do you mind if we stop here for today? I see. It is not good to push yourself too hard. Why don't you rest up for a little while? I'll have Krelian take you. Okay. I'm not sure when each of those scenes was in time. I don't think they were in order. And we're back here now. Even so, there was a time when I did some pretty vicious things. There will also come a time in the future when you do even worse, I'm sure. I lashed out at random. Everyone around me feared me, even my friends. I lived a life surrounded by people who looked at me with fear in their eyes. But she was the only one who wasn't afraid of me. She would just smile. Peace of mind. She was the one who taught me what that was and how I could receive it. She taught me how to live as a human. Okay. What are you doing, Lacan? Oh, it's you, Krelian. I was thinking I'd stop painting the portrait. Why stop now? It's the circumstances. I shouldn't be painting her at a time like this. Eventually, she too must stand at the front lines, so... Is that really the problem? Lacan? Her smile, it's killing me. The more she smiles at me, the more I feel my very being become insignificant. Inside my heart there is this empty existence. Other than painting, I have no worth. Yet she continues to accept my presence. I feel like I'm getting smaller and smaller. What a weird effect that has. Huh. I didn't have this feeling in the beginning. I just wanted to paint her one more minute, one more second longer. I wanted to keep on painting forever, but suddenly I couldn't. As the picture neared completion, the empty part of me started to manifest itself in my brush strokes. It was meant to be painting her as she really is, but this picture is my own self. My empty self has begun to appear within there. That's why I've got to stop now. Your own self? You're just running away. You can't bear it when she smiles at you. By painting her portrait, you noticed the gap between your own inner emptiness and her inner abundance. And you could not fill that gap. That's why you are quitting your painting. You are refusing her. Even so, you still can't bring yourself to leave her, can you? In spite of that, why is it that she continues to smile at you? You who can't accept her feelings. You who won't accept her feelings. Tell me why. If it was me who was receiving such feelings. This is an awkward conversation. Sophia's gear. You're neglecting yourself too much. Why aren't you kinder to yourself, mistress? Yep, strong resemblance to the Omnigear and Shevat. Didn't Sophia, like, it responded to her, but she never had any intention of riding it, but she did? Yeah, it's the same gear, right? I didn't get a good look at the other one. Is this really her true expression? Yeah, to people who don't know her that well, I guess. Her smile, I don't know. The smile in this picture is somehow different from the one she usually shows us. I realize Lacan's feelings are in there, but I don't think she has ever opened herself up and shown her inner self to others like this before. You've been painting such a beautiful expression of Sophia. I just can't see the reason why you want to stop. Beautiful? Forget it. This picture, it's anything but beautiful. Lacan, you say you're empty. Then why do you come along with us? What we've been doing up till now are not just acts of mercy. It's a fight for freedom. Time and again, you've been through life-threatening situations with us. A man who has nothing in his heart couldn't do that kind of thing, right? Roni, you're giving me too much credit. As long as you do something to keep yourself occupied, you can ignore the hollowness inside. From the beginning, my very existence itself was an emptiness. It wouldn't matter if I were to die right now. You live, you die, that's all. Pessimistic as usual, Lacan, and now you're lying. It is just that you're not good at expressing your own feelings. You're not empty. She knows that. That's why she shows only you her... Oh, I see. That's why she shows only you her true smile. I don't deserve to see her true smile. She is the hope of the people, their support. There's so much more for her to do. Why would she open her heart to a mere artist like me? Bro! Hey bro, what are you doing here? What's up? And of course they're brothers. The Council of Elders of Shevat issued a decision. Tomorrow we will leave for Soylent. What? For Soylent? You say that like it's a country or something. Soylent, that's in Solaris. I guess maybe it was once. Yes, and Sophia will be coming with us. That's ridiculous. The refugees are still increasing. We can't afford to have Sophia leave Nisan. And going to Soylent, that's plain foolish. It's too dangerous. What are the elders thinking? No, it wasn't the council's wish. It was Sophia's will. It appears that she expressed this desire herself. That can't be. What is she thinking? Originally, we talked about it being just us. Just us? I'm not sure how much I got out of that. It was a very extended scene. It's still going. Sophia! Sophia. Lacan, what are you doing? You keep back. I knew we couldn't leave Sophia in your care. I'll protect her, even if it costs me my life. From Lacan? What was he doing? Why don't you go get some rest, Krell? You haven't slept since the day before yesterday, have you? You shouldn't do that to yourself. I'm fine. It's not a problem. I'll bet modern Krelian never sleeps. Look, I'll watch over her, so you go sleep. What will we do if you also fall ill? Do not forget you are the head of the sect's military forces. Okay, I suppose you are right. He probably made a nanomachine modification to his body as soon as he could, just to eliminate the need for sleep. They leave Lacan alone with Sophia now. Elly, I'm so sorry. It was my misjudgment that did this to you. I was terrified. It was like you could see right through me, your eyes, that look. That was me that was being reflected back in your eyes. I was looking at myself, and thus painting myself. I couldn't stand it, so that's why. Oh, Elly, what in the heavens did you find inside of me? When you wake up, I think I will ask you that. On second thought, no. No, I don't want to burden you with my concerns. Besides, I wouldn't be able to ask you. One look into your eyes and I can't say a thing. I wouldn't even be able to tell you how I feel. You are the sweetest person. Elly! You are someone who cannot bear to see others hurt by your own actions. So you hold everything in and bear all the burden. If you get hurt in the end, you think that is fine. That's what I like about you. Stop, don't say that. If you become just another human, everyone will... Humans aren't all that frail, you know. They don't need a symbol who is just appearances only. I believe that if you have light in your heart, you can overcome any hardship. What I have been doing is simply showing people that such light exists in the hearts of everyone. I'm just a woman. And to fulfill my womanhood, I'm prepared to throw away anything, even this position. These words have a lot more meaning now that I saw that scene at, whatever that place was called. Malak? Something. I'm just playing the role of Sophia, but I am still me. I haven't changed. A cowardly, selfish crybaby. I am still the same. Could you live a lie like that and still be happy? I don't want to do that. Oh, Lacan, I want to live more honestly with myself. To be able to tell the man that I love that I do love him, and I don't care if I get hurt or rejected. You only have one life. I don't want to turn around later and regret not having done such things. Aye, aye. Krelian faded back in, but he wasn't in the room. Now he's in a gear. Do you think I'll let it end here? We are not their possessions. Some sort of red room. Okay, this scene again. Where's this? Sophia, what are you doing? Fum fum. I am ending this. You won't need to fight anymore. So Krelian, please open your fist, and with your open hand gently hold the people who will continue to live. Don't be foolish. We'll help you escape, so please stop. Thank you, Lacan. But, sorry. There's no other way. Elly! That thing is just blowing up. People support each other to live. It's what brings us happiness. So share that happiness, and please, Lacan, live. And he did, for 500 more years at least. Would you like what he became, though? Maybe not. Elly. And we're back here again. Oh, but this is after she's dead. Maybe. Probably. Roni and Renee are there. Krelian is not. Or is that him? Yes, he is. That's him. Okay. His hair is a different color in his sprite. We were sacrificed as pawns in order to protect their own authority. Sophia was. Is this the ideal world we've been searching for? What have we been doing? Heading towards Sophia's ideals? Is this our salvation? No, wait, he's there in the back. Okay, sure. Or in the front, I guess. The background from my perspective. This isn't fair. Sophia was sacrificed for those bastards. Sophia said, if you just have faith, the path to what you hope for will open. But look at reality. God didn't answer our prayers. Right, so here's that event. Is it because we didn't have faith? Even if we didn't have faith, Sophia did. Why did she have to be sacrificed? Is God dead? Is he just not there? Maybe God never even existed to begin with. So wait, who's that to Renee's left? I couldn't tell. The sprite looked familiar, but I couldn't place it. Faith in God. Do not look for it on the outside, for it is something one must build from within oneself. This is lengthy. Ha 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 ha, I see. That's it. If God doesn't exist in our world, then I will create God with my own hands. Krelian. Sophia, please guide me. I will destroy all such false pretenses of love for you. Is it just me, or is it super weird that we got, like, the abbreviated story Zephyr told Satan, and then immediately after, this fully rendered history of what they experienced, showing the same events we just heard about? I don't know, something strange about that to me. We need to gather all our surviving comrades. Well, this is filling in a lot more detail, sure, but I don't know. We'll never beat them if we fight them individually, so let us create a country that can someday stand up against them. What are you going to do, Lacan? Aye. Right, so Solaris is the enemy in this situation. And these are the people from Nisan and Shevat? Yes. Queen Zephyr, that was the one who was left of Renee. What happened? Something fell. And that was as finished as the picture got. Save noise. Do I get to save now? Nah, it's gonna put me into a super hard gear battle where I'll game over without a save, and then I'll have to watch all this again. Probably not. Who is this? Is it Lacan? Probably. The colors are weird, and I don't think Faye is here. Yeah. Elly? Oh? Wait, she lived? Where is this? What is this? What am I looking at? Oh, and she's... Now, Miang. Hello. Wait. No. Wait. I'm confused. If only you had power, you could have saved her. Right, the prisoner in Shevat, who was turned over to Lacan, right? So yeah, he becomes Grahf, she becomes his executioner. You want it, don't you? Unrivaled power. Sophia's in there too. Well, this is getting interesting. Don't you want to become the absolute being? And I guess he did. There. That's what I have sought after. In the snow. Are we going through the entire history of how Lacan became Grahf? Maybe. Grahf's origin story. But wait, that's not what I want. No, this is my very desire. What? Live. So this is where Faye's being held? He deserves it. It's Dan! Check it out, he's here! What? Let me prey on his weeping face as if it were an idol. As if I would. Yuck. What is this? Dan is here. He's been in Shevat this whole time, hasn't he? Because this is where Yui took all the people from Lahan, but no, he showed up in... Hold on. How did Dan get to Bledovik and then back? Shevat just flew low that one time to pick up the Lahan people from where Yui took them. But Dan was with that group of people, wasn't he? Then he showed up in Bledovik shortly after. I thought there was no contact with Shevat in between then and now. Well, maybe he never went along with Yui. Maybe he stayed on the surface the entire time and he's just visiting now that Shevat is more open. This is terrible. No matter what, this is going way too far. He's still alive? How could you possibly be? You're human too, aren't you? Darn. Dan feels sympathy for Faye. Faye. Oh, Faye? Crying. Huh? Here we go. Dan and Midori. I remembered there was a scene with them. Midori, it's you. Phew, don't scare me like that. Crying? Who's crying? You mean our friend Faye is crying? Alright, Midori is talking. That's unusual. Angry. Hurt. He'll wake up soon. It's calling him. What do you mean? Whoa, what the? Gah. Ah. Stop it. Faye? So some version of this scene was included in the little tiny demo of the game? Shoot, I didn't see what happened. Run. Hurry. Run away. Yikes! Uh-oh. Did Dan and Midori just die? He broke through his carbonite encasing. Faye took his gear Veltal and went in search of Zohar. He still has Veltal? I thought they were all inside Deus. All the Omnigears. We followed Faye's trail. Eventually we arrived at the location where Zohar had fallen to Earth so very long ago. Nothing could have prepared us for what we were about to see there. Is that what the last thing we saw Lacan see there? Was that Zohar, maybe? Maybe. Alright, there we go. Open menu. Save. We got Sidon, Bart, Billy. Is that team okay? Sure. Unless I want to switch to Rico instead of... who? I will save here. Wouldn't it make more sense for it to tell me the chapter after I save instead of having to go back in here? Still dreams! Okay. Let me look at my party. Wait. Member change. I haven't played with Maria since, like, ever. But see, like, she's not good for much. Same with Choo Choo. I tried her recently and she didn't do too well. So, do I want Rico or Emeralda? Instead of Bart or Billy? I assume Sidon has to be... No, he doesn't. I could go Sidon, Bart, Emeralda and have no healing. Let's put Emeralda in the lead. You know what? Maybe I am going to do this. Let's do it this way. You think so? Sure. Sounds fine. Man, Emeralda gets such a tiny little sliver of time to explore the world freely before Disc 2 happens and just everything stops. Open menu. No, it's fine. Continue the game. Continue the game? Yes. I saved. It's fine. So this is Zohar, right? What is that? Yeah, okay. This is where Lacan was. Same place, probably. This must be the place. Is this final dungeon, maybe? Wait for me! So Id's in control now, sort of. Or is the fourth Fae is. This is as far as you can come. From here on is my world. You can't enter. What do you mean? You're a subordinate, fake persona. That's why. A subordinate fake persona. A subordinate fake persona? Yes, he has part of my memories from back then. He has sealed away the very meaning of my existence, my drive, my motivation, my subconscious id. Because of that, I became a basic blank persona. And on top of that, I constructed a new persona based on my experiences since then. This is current Faye who's talking, but I thought id was talking. It's hard to follow. That is what you are now. Him? You mean father? Father? You mean my dad? You call him father? He who never did anything for you? It was because of his cowardly behavior. If only he had been able to protect me. If he had done that, Mother wouldn't have died. Didn't my mother die right after I was born? What really happened to my mother? Tell me, id. Alright, so, well, it's hard to tell who's talking. You don't need to know. You'll only disappear soon, along with your basic persona, the coward. So the coward's not here in this scene, right? He's just somewhere else. So we got the Fae we know in the foreground, then id, the hair over eyes kid in between, than the new persona he's dragging along with him. I'll rule my being through the power of the existence. Hmm? Of course you don't know, but it is etched in my metempsychotic memory? What? Your persona is fake, so you'll never stand on the stage of consciousness. You'll never be able to take charge of the memories from our past lives. I know the dreams... No, this is Faye talking now. I know the dreams and hallucinations. I've seen them many times. I showed them to you on purpose. To break the seal, I chose to weaken the power of your existence. If your mental energy is weakened, I can become free to do as I wish. What? Yeah, right. There are still things inside you which you haven't been shown yet. Huh? Someone's coming. It's probably your friends. They must have followed me. Where are you going? I came to re-establish contact with the existence. To tie together all the threads of your memories since ancient times and then cut them off. That is the fate of the contact. All is ready. It's time for the true awakening. I will eliminate all those who were full of hypocrisy from the very beginning. Wait for me, Id. You just stay here and observe. What was this about Father? Father the Coward? Khan's not somewhere there inside Faye, is he? Was Khan a contact? A contact? Khan coexisted with Id. Well, so did Faye. What is this? So I didn't have to have Citan. Somebody else could be taking the lead and giving the text. It's a flower? No. It's a... I don't know. Faye? This must mean this is Veltol's transformed appearance? Oh, okay. If you say so. I see legs in there, but I can't make out anything else. It's happening very quietly. That's kinda looks like an anima relic. But is it... Okay, sure, yeah, there's the id gear. But a different version. And we're fighting it. Hey, check it out. This is a game where you get to fight sometimes. 48 minutes in. Hi, Ed. Kapow. Okay. That's an amount of damage that implies this is a battle I need to win. Alright. Let's attack. I don't think I have any Deathblower 1s equipped. Fenrir might. Fenrir does. I think Veltol has my other one. So none of this is going to do me any good, probably. Maybe I should boost her. I'm currently choosing not to, apparently. Nothing you can really do. You could boost. Let's have Rico boost and see how that goes for him. And I guess Citan won't? Is that what I want to do? Everyone should boost. Yeah, what am I thinking? Everyone should boost here. Until I know I need not to. So he's not dodging any of my attacks, I appreciate that. Air bash. That was some damage, not a whole lot though. So I still have those fixed frame HP 30s equipped. I'm not sure about Crescent's status. Actually, I'm not sure about Xenogears' status either. That looks like a 50, I think. I wouldn't have changed hers, so it must be a 50. Yeah, that one's a 30. Right, do the thing. Ooh, that was a nice hit. Do more of that. Just gonna do the basics until I need to not. So there definitely was no gear shop leading up to this one. So I'd better have what it takes to win this. Alright, that was over 4,000 damage, so he can do that much in a single turn. I'll need to be aware. In terms of healing thresholds and stuff. My fuel's doing fine. Okay, something's happening. Who is this? Who are these? That's Wiseman, okay. Are you okay? The other one is Steer. I thought it was somebody else. Wiseman? It's already too late. Assist me, for I'm about to exterminate it. Huh? Zohar is Deus's core, the slave generators and ether. It's the source of all their energy. After attaining its power, the freshly awakened id intends to annihilate this world. The contact with Zohar was meant to have been done after the unifying phase true personality. Okay. Huh? Keep back. You again. You're always getting in my way. But I cannot be stopped by you. You who couldn't even protect his own wife and son. Is Wiseman Khan... does that make sense? I'm not sure. For some parts this, yes. For some parts, no. You cannot even bear to show your face to your son. I mean, yeah, this is like 100% what's being implied here. And it sort of fits his role in the story. Okay, so he was just telling a made-up story about searching for Khan. Not sure whether he's alive or not. Okay, yeah, no, this fits. This fits, sure. Didn't I speculate about this once, but then I discarded it as a theory? That's why you wear a mask, isn't it? Khan. And there we go, I got there one text box before the game. Son? That's right. This man is Faye's. No, I mean my father, Khan Wong. Alright, I buy it. Wiseman threw me off the scent a little bit once, but this fits, now that it's confirmed. Whoop. Oh, there he is! He took off his mask! What happened to Faye, Id? Too bad. The new personality of Faye that you gave birth to, and all that work that your persona did to make him one perfect, unified whole has been wasted. He will be swallowed up by me. I won't permit it. I will destroy you first. As if you could, sissy. Mother died because of your cowardly behavior. And as a result, he ran away from that reality by entering into his memories. And now I continue my existence bearing all that hatred. So, yeah. Khan, Wiseman, was the one who brought Faye to Lahan. Back then. Why'd they have to name the village so similarly to Lakan? You wouldn't be able to imagine what it's like. I wasn't simply working to unify Faye's personality, you know? All that you and I feel, the sadness, the hatred, even though he also experienced such things. Faye needed to be encouraged to build himself up in order to be able to comprehend all of this. Faye should be able to understand all of your feelings now. But now you want to erase the one who understands you, to kill Faye. What is it that you want? Why ask me such a thing now? My purpose is the same as his. Total destruction. That and that alone. Is this world so bad a place that there is only hatred inside you? You're the ones who made me this way. You and that woman. Admit it. Ah, Faye, can you hear me? Please take this fistful of memories I am giving you. Fistful of memories. Become one with yourself and with me. Faye, where did the real you go? Remember, were you not going to help Elly? What happened to the bracelet? Did he take it off? Did Id overpower it? Yes, this is inside Id. A world filled with hatred and sadness. That's all that's here. Yes, now I understand, Id. Why you hate the world. Why there is nothing inside you. Nothing. Nothing was given to you, deprived of all the happy memories. And yet, it feels pleasant. It almost feels good. Now I get it. There's no need to resist. I was originally just an existence that was created as a cover to hide Id. So it would be better to return to that place. Let's come together. To wipe away everything, including ourselves. So Faye is buying into Id's mission. Remember, were you not going to help Elly? Elly? That's right, Elly. I've got to save Elly. Alright, he's overpowering Id now, maybe, with a fistful of memories. What's this place? We saw this once. What's he done now? He only called you in here for his own sake. Hey, it's the coward! This is inside the shell of your basic character, the room of the coward. I'm sure you've been here many times before. I see, I remember now, in my dreams. Everything despised and unwanted he pushed onto me, while he shut himself up in his own little shell, the coward Faye. The basis for our personalities. Who are you? Ah, you're my... Hey, let's watch this together. This is my most treasured possession. Ha! By repeatedly replaying the times he was full of happiness, he lives in his own happy little world. Well, I'm still alive only because of what's in those leftover dregs. Interesting that they both present as children here. The coward I can understand, but why is Id shown as a child inside Faye's mind? Here, I'll show you everything about me. Ooh, yes. Id, or I.O. 10, maybe, 9, okay. There were a lot of things that those shapes could have been. Alright, let's watch a movie about Id. Ours was an ordinary family. A strict but reliable father. Okay, Id's showing Faye his actual past. Check it out. a kind and loving mother, and a very excited kid. Up till then, it was complete happiness. But one day, Mother suddenly changed. Right, this is Karen. She was like a totally different person. From that day on, Faye lost his home. Okay, so Karen wasn't always as we saw her. That in the most recent thing. Father was away often. He had some important work. Ooh, leaving Faye alone with Karen, which was not a good situation, I see. When Father was away from home, Faye was taken to a place with mysterious machines. Inside, there were many strangely dressed people. Many types of probes were injected into Faye's body as the start of some kind of experiments. The tests caused Faye much pain. Mom, help me! What are you doing? No! No! Mother didn't come to his assistance. Young Faye had no way of resisting, but he was able to endure. Eventually, the experiments became unbearable. Many people gathered around Faye. These people had a high compatibility with the anima relics. No, hang on! When we saw Karen with Krelian, she had, just given birth to Faye, hadn't she? Not necessarily just then. She hadn't seen him for a long time. Maybe that was after this. So when he saw her there, it was his first time meeting her physical form here. But she wasn't a Myung. Myung was already there at this point. Myung has been Myung for quite some time. So Karen is someone else. Although, like they said, the Myung factor exists in all women. But, when one dies, another one, the personality takes over another one. The continuous aliveness of Myung, right up until she died and transferred into Elly's body, precludes Karen here from being a Myung, right? So she's someone else. These people had a high compatibility with the anima relics. This psychic contact with Faye was to force him to awaken. But no one could make contact with Faye. Can't make contact with the contact. The power drawn out of Faye, regardless of his will, destroyed them all. This is unbelievable. Mother allowed this to take place? Psychic contact. What do you mean by awaken me? To awaken God, everything had to be in perfect order, with nothing lacking. Things divided in the past must become one complete whole again. Countless people died before Faye's eyes. Men, women, the old, the young, even demi-humans. Suffering, grief, fear, ecstasy, a variety of emotions and words lingered, and tumbled about Faye like broken dolls. It was a scene from hell, yet no kidding, he had the worst possible childhood here. In front of Father, she acted normally. When Faye tried to tell Father about Mother's strange conduct and the experiments, Father's mind was taken up by his work, and he didn't really listen. Oh, come on now, Khan, are you serious? That is some extreme absorption in your work. But maybe Faye just wasn't getting his point across very well. He thought it was just childhood fantasies. Oh. But he didn't have to endure the pain much longer. Faye's subconscious discovered a way to escape from the trauma. He formed a separate persona to deal with things he didn't like or couldn't bear. Some of this is getting a little too real here. He removed himself from out of harm's way. My role was to have all the things he hated forced upon me the moment they arose. Okay. So you were the one who bore the pain of the experiments while the coward went away in his, and that's why you call him that, sure. Went away to his happy memories. And then, right, yes, back then, those were the only two personalities in here. The third one, the one we've been playing as this whole time, was created when he was 15, when Khan brought him to Lahan. Then a fourth one was created, and I don't understand that part yet. Like, there's an additional one in there, suddenly, and that hasn't really been explained. From the time of my division from him, I was dominated by hatred. Okay, well yeah, so here's the explanation of why Id shows as a child here, because he was just that age when he was split off. Sure. Okay? Okay. But Id existed throughout history, didn't he? Did he? Was there an id before this? There was a contact, there was Lacan, there was Grahf. But do we know of id having been around before Elru? I think we did. No, so he's new. He was created by Faye due to Karen's experiments on him. Right? But no, he wasn't. No. Queen Zephyr talked about this. He was inside Grahf way back then. So Grahf had an id. Like, did the same circumstance happen, or... Yeah, okay, so this is just like what's inside the contact when a contact exists. And Grahf happened to live until a new one was created, so there are two of them. And they both sort of individually manifested id? Are there two ids? Does Grahf still have one? Did Grahf unify with him like id is trying to do here? Oh, okay, so Lacan journeyed to Zohar, became Grahf there by merging with his id. Now this id has brought Faye here to merge and become another Grahf-like? I might have made some false connections there, but it's plausible. That hatred naturally turned into destructive impulses. I wanted to destroy everything. Oh, and that's your motivation for doing that now. I see. Okay. Mother, father, the entire world. Finally, father noticed mother's odd behavior, but it was already too late. I had completely separated from that coward, my original self. The puppets were broken, and Faye's heart was too... Faye's heart was, too. What would make Mother do such a thing? Mother repeated the experiments to study the power she knew existed within me. Yes, that woman, Mother, was Myung. Okay, so... Okay. Wait a second. How young was the Myung we knew? I assumed she was, like, in her mid-20s or so, but maybe she was younger than that. No, wait, she could be. Elly, fully formed adult, became Myung after the one we knew died. So Karen died, then the Myung we know became her. Who was she before? So the... okay. But Elly, the antitype, existed before she was Myung. So yes, this is just a separate thing. Okay. That woman, Mother, was Myung. Mother again. That's a lie. No, it's true. Mother was Myung. I'm with you. I agree with this. That's right. Karen had become Myung. What is that, you say? It's nothing special. Myung does not have only one host body. Myung's roots are sealed in the genes of all women. Any one of them could become Myung. This is what Elly explained to us. It just happened to be Mother's turn. Only Elly was special originally. No! Pow pow. Karen, Myung, noticed that Faye's memory of time axis had... Faye's memory time axis had increased 2 or 3-fold. His what? She then became convinced that Faye was the contact. Contact? Yes, I was the contact. That's why he called out to me. And when the time had... and why the time had come... Stop it. Cut it out. There's Grahf. And Khan. Hey, it's the scene! It's the scene now. Right. This one that we saw so early on. It's about to start raining, isn't it? Dad. Dad! Mom, help Dad! Hey, Mom! Why aren't you helping Dad? Dad's gonna die. Grahf came seeking the power that exists within me, to return to his own body. What is under Graf's mask, I am wondering? You understand now, don't you? Grahf is Lacan. Yes, we've known this for a long time. We, his descendants who inherited his lingering thoughts and memories from him, know only too well. Divided 500 years ago, he would become a part of us both. Lacan became Grahf. He destroyed everything on the face of the earth. He then mastered how to possess the bodies of others by dwelling in their minds. Okay. He was probably enabled to do this after his contact with the existence. The bodies died, but Lacan's spirit continued living by possessing others. Oh, so he's just not in his original body. Okay, so there's no Faye face under there. This is just some other random person that he's inhabiting. Okay, sure. Kinda like what Myung does. But... Okay, sure. He had come that day to return his soul at last to the perfect reincarnation of his physical body. I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, like, are there just exactly two things here? The antitype, the mother, the Myung, Elly, Sophia. Are those all literally the same thing, or are there, like, two things there? Grahf, Lacan, the contact, Faye, id. Are those all one and the same, or are there, like, two different things there? Like, the Grahf and the Faye, the Myung and the Elly. Are they two sides of the same coin, or are they two different coins? That's what I'm not getting here. Or two pairs of coins. The body of Faye. Father fought him, but he couldn't protect Mother or I. He pitifully fought on, while coughing up his lifeblood. Grahf made a mockery of Father, and Mother would not even help him when he needed her the most. As for their son, he couldn't take what was happening anymore. Karen was doing something. Or, wait. Or is that Grahf doing something to Khan? There's Karen, I think. Hold on, pendant. Hold on. People look different in these cutscenes, it's hard to tell who's who. He gave into his feelings and released his power, and as a result, Mother died. Oh, id killed Karen. I mean, he had more than enough reason. Okay, sure. And therefore, in a sense, Faye killed Karen. With Khan and Grahf right there. So Grahf awakened his power. That was his first... Okay. Oh. Whoa. Mom? And he offloaded the results of his actions onto me. To avoid taking the responsibility for killing Mother, he used me as a shield. I also killed Mother. And that's what that scene was! He pushed all the bad things onto me, but kept all the memories filled with happiness and Mother's love to himself. Yeah! I see it there. Okay. And he shut himself away with those memories inside his own little shell forever. This is the place. What you see before you is what he made. He just keeps hanging on to those memories. That's what this is. Stop it. Just stop it. These scenes. Are these all there is to us? Enough already. There is nothing here, just a world filled with deception and pain. It can't be helped. This is our world. This is everything. Yeah, so each of these three in this scene right here have a completely different experience of the world. Id on the left, Coward on the right, modern Faye in the middle somewhere else, without his past memories. Huh. Wow. Wow. This is all coming together. Story was kind of losing me for a while, but it's come back to its roots here, and this part's good. I was a fool. It was all my fault. I was so busy with my duties in Shevat that I didn't notice Karen had changed. I couldn't save you when you needed my help. Save me? Huh, why bother saying such nonsense now? It's not going to change anything. The only thing you can do now is die by my hand. Ugh! Even still, I'll show you that I can save you. Dad! Stop it, Id! Father has done nothing wrong. I know, this one is the real culprit. Mother and father had no choice. But he just wants to destroy. Thanks, pass it back to me. I'm playing with Mother. This is not reality. It's all lies, it's all fake, it's all a trick. All of it. All of it. All of it. No! Get out! This is my room! I thought you would always be with me. Why won't you see reality? Okay, so that was Faye saying that to the coward. Got it. Happiness, sadness. Aren't these all parts that combine to make the whole? Why won't you show him? Why don't you also show Id what you always watch? No, that's mine. I don't want to show it to the person who killed Mother. You should talk. You're the one who killed Mother. No, I didn't. You did. I did not kill her. Mother didn't care for you. Father didn't notice either. That's why you killed her. I didn't kill her. I didn't. I didn't. Knock it off. So now adult Faye has to play mediator between these two children. We killed Mother. It's no one's fault but ours. It's not because she became Myung or because Father didn't notice. Don't look outside for the reason. Don't blame anyone but yourself. We're having kind of a Celeste moment here. That's what I'm seeing. Only different. Yes, Mother was Myung, and I know that you suffered. No one could have endured it. But you can't push it onto Id alone. We are all one person. We must all become one. Right, Faye? So now, Faye is doing the unification here. Walk on your own 2 feet. Face up to the reality that you don't want to see. Show them to id everything you took for yourself. So not just playing ball, there's more. Okay, no, so that's phase awakening there. Who's making those noises, though? So that's the face of Karen, right? Yes. And there's that. The pendant was hers, of course. It's Sophia's pendant, though, as Margie said. Lies, that woman, this scene, all illusions he made up. My consciousness can see through this trick. I won't be swayed. Wait, hold on, this is id speaking. What's happening here? She lived? Id, that's enough. Doing that isn't going to solve anything. Mother saved us at the last moment. That is the truth, right? The reality isn't all grim, id. My power couldn't save anyone, it only destroyed. I thought that I could only make a connection with others through destruction. So I had to destroy it all, people, the world, even Elly. No, that's not the case. We can save others just as our mother, despite being Myung, saved us. Our power can save people. We can save Elly. I'm confused about what I just saw. I didn't actually follow that scene. So she didn't die? She was okay? Or was she in the process of dying when she's smiling down at him there? That's a first. Mother being so warm. To me, she almost seems too warm. Faye, take the memories I have within me. You must know what it used to be like until now. Know our identity, about who we are, then figure out what ought to be done. Boy, he was convinced quickly. All he had to see was that scene. And just, its problems are gone. Our integration is not yet complete. Yeah, so now Faye is to experience id's bad memories, right? Cain? Okay. This is the people walking through the desert. Wait, don't leave me behind, something something. There's Elly in front. Okay. And wait, what? Hold on. They're being pursued by Cain? Faye is barefoot. Elheim. Abel. Live. Hold on, Cain and Abel? Is that what's going on? And there's Emeralda. I just can't hand our child over to you. So if I hadn't brought Elly to the Boim, I wouldn't have seen this. Live. No, there was a part of it. But I wouldn't have seen the whole thing. So, wait, but those were two different... How old is Emeralda? Older than Krelian. Older than Lacan. Yes, okay, so she was from... So that was Lacan, Live. Here we go. So yeah, that was apparently Abel and a prior Elly, Elheim. A different one. If God doesn't exist in our world, then I will create God with my own hands. Here we go. What is this place? My execution site? So Id's memories, all the contacts throughout history. Shevat people. Why do you turn on me? I thought we were friends. Who is it? That was Grahf's gear, wasn't it? Lacan's gear. Sure, of course. Yeah, pretty sure at this point that was the one that saved Elly. Which is still... I wonder if that's going to be explained anymore. Did I cause this? What has happened to me? What have I become? When in history are we right here? Live. I will live. Lacan is id. Here that gear. Alpha Veltal, right? Turning to Grahf, yeah. Even if I go to hell, I will live till the end of this world. And if the world does not come to an end, I will destroy it with my own hands. Yeah, with those wings. Why did he have these weird little tiny insect wings most of the times that I saw him? Faye. Faye. Who is it? Who's calling me? I am Har. Okay, hi Har. What is this light? I reside in Zohar. Ah, you're Har, and Zo is over there somewhere. I am the beginning and the end, the first and the last. God? Wait a second, there was a line... That's the very first line we see in the... right before the Eldridge scene. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. So we're coming back to that. Because yeah, that didn't connect to the rest of the scene that I understood. Alright, Faye meets God. God, some would refer to me as that. From a certain point of view, it is right to view me as such. But at the same time, I am not. I am also a part of you. A part of me? Part of me. You're doing Celeste here. I am defined by how people observe me. You are actually talking to a virtual version of me that you yourself create. I am your perception of me. I don't understand what you're talking about. Who or what are you? In one word, existence. Existence? In actuality, I do not have a physical form. I am an existence of a higher dimension, a place you cannot perceive. But in terms you understand, it is a world where everything acts as kinds of waves. It is the source of this four-dimensional universe, the place where time and space is controlled, the fluctuating void, the wave existence. We get into quantum mechanics here. What does such an existence have to do with me? Long ago, a modifier, or a pseudo-perpetual infinite energy engine, was created. That engine was named Zohar. That reactor was created by an ancient people from another planet to attain what is considered to be the ultimate energy possible within this four-dimensional universe. Eventually, those people used the same engine to create the ultimate interplanetary invasion weapon, Deus. Zohar was used as its primary source of power. But the unexpected happened. During the connection tests of Zohar with the newly completed Deus, the engine started to examine infinite potential phenomena. Requiring energy, the engine connected this dimension to the higher dimensional space. As a result, that reactor merged or synchronized with the wave existence in that higher dimension. Me. I descended from the point of contact created by the machine through the path of Sephiroths, or the domain you are in right now, and incarnated in the four-dimensional world. After I advented to the four-dimensional world, in order to stabilize myself here, I had to exchange or materialize my form and enter into the modifier engine. In other words, I became bound in Zohar, the cage of fleshly existence. Since the time I was bound in Zohar, I have always wanted to return to my own dimension, and I came to a conclusion. I had to reverse the process I went through to arrive here. I must be released by the one who instilled within me a special feature of this dimension, the will. That one is you. Okay, the contact, the one who made contact with this four-dimensional being, higher dimensional being, decided it was me? A special feature? None of those are the words that Har used. Contextless translation. Yes, I was given a special attribute of a human by you. The contact, when you observed me. I was given a mother's will. A mother's will? I'm sure you remember. After my descent, you had contact with the modifier engine, Zohar. Whoa. Whoa. Elly? Okay. That was a young-looking Fae. Not the Lacan who came there. No, this was much longer ago, right? As a contact being but only a child, you defined my existence with your desire to return to your mother. Thus, I came to prepare the mother's will. That will is Elheim. Okay. Elly's disposition was influenced by me? Yes, my will was incarnated through a biocomputer which was vital for Deus. After combining with me, the biocomputer evolved its functions, and that bioplant generated a central element. That is her. I was split by your contact. My physical form or flesh stayed in Zohar, while my will went into Elheim and my power went into you. That's why I waited to unite with you, and now it is fulfilled. My only remaining desire is to break this cage of fleshly existence. In order to do that, I must become perfect by combining with Elheim, as well as my other split physical form, Deus. Okay. So we're kind of going along with Krelian's plan now? This sounds awfully in line with what he's doing. Break this cage of fleshly existence, combine with Elheim and Deus. The only way to return to my original dimension is to destroy this physical body. In the four-dimensional world, Zohar is perfect, so in order to destroy Zohar, I need the strength that was attributed to you. Zohar can only be destroyed by the hands of the contact. What about Elly? If Zohar is destroyed, what will become of Elly? Zohar and Deus are one. She is bound to the system by another's will to become one with me. In order to release her, it is necessary to destroy that very system that serves as the Deus weapon. Right, this is the power source of it. Sure. So I'm going to fight God now. Sure, Faye, the Slayer of God, is here to kill this existence. He's fulfilling his purpose. However, having been created as a weapon, the Deus system seeks to unify itself with all of you for a different purpose than that of mine. Originally, her release should have been performed by me, the one who desires to return back to the higher dimension. But I am also bound to the system just as she is, so I am unable to participate. You are the only one who can release her from the spell. Just as Deus and I are inseparable, you and her are also inseparable. All right, I'll destroy Deus and the Zohar modifier, and I'll save Elly. You have experienced much loss and deprivation in your life. It is very tragic. Our contact and the resulting transference of power and will between you and I most likely played a factor in splitting your personality. I disagree. I can't blame anything or anyone besides myself. Regardless of what may have happened in the past, with the passing of time, the cause becomes more remote. So Citan had a lot of lines there talking to Khan. I wonder if that could have been... Who would be the funniest party? I'm thinking like Rico, Choo-Choo, and Emeralda. I wonder if they all have different lines there. Maybe instead of Emeralda, Maria? Like it's the party leader who was like the first slot who was taking all the lines. So were there like 7 different versions of that scene? I would have Choo Choo give all the dialogue. That'd be too goofy for the tone of the thing, probably. But it'd be funny. Or maybe Siran would have shown up anyway. Anyway. It is a problem that comes from within myself that I myself must deal with. Sorry, that was Faye. Right, yes. Using the horror voice there. They're slightly different. I see. You have managed to accept those tragedies, to tolerate all things, to comprehend and find where you stand in the world. In this world. If you have succeeded to do all these things, I am sure you will succeed in what awaits you now. To liberate all of us, use the Xenogears. Destroy Zohar. So we got a title drop this deep in. Alright. Wait, there's more I need to ask you. The system is awakening. Ask her later. Save your data. Yes, you're being so nice to me to let me save before the final boss fight. Imagine this. I assumed it was just going to dump me right into it and I would just suffer and die and quit the game forever. But no. It saw fit to make me not want to quit the game forever by having to sit through an hour and a half of cutscenes before that. How nice of it. So this is final boss fight. Like, what else could it be? Fallen Star. Alright, use the Xenogears. Rose Tabard. Okay, sure. That's right. I remember that being something. Alright, well I'm here. There's not like there's a whole heck of a lot I can do. You got the Deathblower 1, right? Yeah. I mean, that's... Here, let's replace that with frame HP 50, I guess. Sure. Or maybe I won't even need it. Maybe I'd be better investing in something else. I'll do it. Just prepare for anything, I guess. Right. Resume the game. Resume. This might be a mistake. Let's see what happens. So what are Sidon, Rico, and Emeralda seeing here? Oh! So, a whole new form of Eltal. Dad! Did I merge with Khan's gear? Maybe. Dad, are you okay? Dad, I'm sorry. This is all my fault. Faye? You returned to your own self. You've become one. Yes, thanks to you all. If all of you hadn't called out to me. Ugh. Dad! Cast Inner Healing on him. Don't worry. This is good. This is, after all, Dad? You and I must become one. Huh? Grahf, what is going on? Oh, wait. Hang on. Grahf is here now? Haha. I reached the limit of the body I possessed on that day 3 years ago. Okay, yeah, so this is current. We're not, like, punted to another scene. The limit of the body I possessed on that day 3 years ago. So he's here. I required a body that would tide me over until your true awakening. Oh, he had it! That is why I acquired the body of your father. We've never seen Grahf and Wiseman in the same place at the same time, have we? I know I speculated once that they could be the same person. I thought I had a strong reason they couldn't be. It might have just been, like, personality related, though. Yeah, I think that was why I discarded it, because they seemed to act too differently. But Grahf can just kind of put himself away and let Khan Wiseman take over. So they were the same person this whole time. That fits. No, it doesn't. No, we saw... That day 3 years ago, you acquired the body of... So, oh, no, right, of course, that scene I saw early on, where Grahf and Khan were in the same place, but not Grahf and Wiseman. Then Khan and Wiseman were the same person, but Grahf moves from body to body. So that was before he and Khan became the same person. Okay. I see a route to this all making sense. Oh, that's good. Alright. Regardless of your awakening, your merging, and the inherited memories you had acquired, there was no way for you to know of this, since you had lost your memory at that point. At the point in which I merged with your father. Impossible. What about Wiseman? What about father? Of course, they were just parts of me. I couldn't hold on to Khan totally. So you were the id to his Fae. His ego was far stronger than I imagined. When my control weakened, he showed himself to you as Wiseman. So this is literally just another id situation. But Grahf is the id for Khan, who is also Wiseman. It's a huge tangled mess, but I understand it all. It makes sense. Wow. This is wild. Arg. You have awakened. This body is now useless to me. Now I must return to my original body, the reincarnation of my body that you inhabit. Stop it, Dad! I hear you, Faye. You see, he and I are one. I am Khan. Khan is me. He has become one with me, so you too should open your heart and unite with me. Then we can go on to eliminate everything. No, I can't allow you to control me. So all this is happening inside... Wait, he's outside now. Whose gear is this? Who's... Okay, so wait. So that's Veltol on the right? Protecting your master? Then so be it. Wait, but then... No, that's... Okay, so that's Khan's gear merged with Veltol now, right? I think that's what happened. Graf's gear is just as it is. Oh, okay, so his wings can just fold up. And I saw them folded all the times before he saved Elly from the Hecht. That's why I didn't recognize him there. And... Right. There was also one time when I had him confused with id. And his gear has different wings entirely. Anyway, yeah, his wings are just folded up. Got it. Okay. I just hadn't seen them fully open except in a couple of places there. And the gear's not that distinctive otherwise. It has those markings on the front. Those helped me identify those yellow things. I'll merge with both of you and your machine, with both you and your machine then. Now come, Faye, fight me. It's no use. I know you're Lacan and that you're a part of me. But that doesn't change you being my father. I could never really fight you. So Grahf both is Faye and is his father and is a separate person from him. But somehow it all works. How many people are there in that body? Is he also the contact? But Faye is the contact. But Lacan was the contact? Blech. You're so naive. Why don't you understand that your naivety is what killed Sophia, what killed your mother, Karen? I already know that. That's why I swore never to run away again. So this is the dialogue I'm going to see repeatedly when I fail this fight. That I must rescue Elly, so don't get in my way. Wake up. Open your eyes, father. Lacan. If that's the case, then fight me. Fight me. I can't. I see. Then there's no choice. Since you are so unwilling to fight, I believe I'll have to use them as bait. Right? They're still here. Stop it! Don't we have the same memories? Can't you also remember that sadness you felt way back then? Why then? Why must you destroy everything? If we stop Deus, won't all this be over? You still don't understand, even after your contact with the Existence. I came to understand after my contact with the Existence that even if Deus was destroyed, as long as humans still inhabit this land, Miang, Elheim, will be born time and time again. So you're equivocating them there. It's the same thing. So Miang is the antitype. Okay. Then all living things may as well perish along with Deus itself. That's the only path to freedom. The path to release us from the eternal cycles of life, the tragedies of history, and the spell of fate. So you're pulling a Seymour here. Only that game didn't exist yet. Once I awaken Deus as a weapon, I'll obliterate all living things. Then I'll use your awakened self and that machine to return everything to nothing. That's what I concluded. Miang and Elheim are not just... But now you're saying them as two separate things, maybe. Are not just Deus's mouthpieces. That woman is its main body. Why can't you see that? That's not true. She gave her life for me by shielding me from harm. Her eyes weren't Miang's. Mother came back at the last moment. Miang, Mother, even Elly. We're all humans born on this planet. Deus doesn't matter. You'll see. I will bring Elly back. Father, no, Grahf Lacan. If you won't back down... Never. Then I have no choice. The time has come to truly become one. And now we fight. Okay. And that is how much I'm gonna have to skip over. True Veltal! Okay. But I'm the true Veltal. I'm gonna boost her. .302. That was a very goofy attack for how serious this otherwise is. I'm thinking about... Oh, I don't get access to, Wait, yes I do. Yen power. Do I have my defense down? What's my healing options like? 3370. My fuel is that much. That looks like a 50? I should probably system id, can I? No. For now, let's just attack. I won't yin or yang. I'll just assume that I want to just fight. I still have the Death Blower. Whoa. Maybe I won't fail this fight. I can hope. It seems pretty straightforward so far. Okay, 19 damage from that. He blocked, though. Obviously, Rygo's where it's at. That goofy attack. Alright, I'm just gonna hit with the smallest one. 200's fine until I get the 2000. And this is what I do. Okay. So was Grahf the final boss after all? That was originally my prediction of who the final boss was going to be, but boy, there were a lot of curveballs in here. What about Krelian, though? Like, we still got to deal with him. Maybe this isn't the final battle. It really is giving me that vibe, though. Like, if this is not the final battle, what would be? Oh. Ugh. Gah! There's probably another phase to this. Maybe we're going straight to Krelian now. Or maybe that was it. Maybe I was supposed to experience Unified Phase New Power. Why don't you finish me off? If you don't get rid of me, then you cannot get what you want. It's alright, Dad. I understand. You are not Grahf. You are my father. You and Grahf are one. Your will and purpose never change. I knew that once we fought, but let's stop now. Our objectives should be the same. It is the same as our becoming one. We don't have to fight. Ah, what? My body! Zohar is after you, the last piece to combine with Deus's system. It seeks to unify with you, the first to have been divided from it. What? This is what Lacan wanted all along. After all, I'm an imperfect existence. It was inevitable that it would come to this, considering what had happened in the past. Lacan's imperfect secondary contact with the wave existence split his personality into two. Yes, okay, so... right. This is what I was saying. Lacan made contact with the existence, which is when he turned into Grahf, but Lacan is still in there somewhere, you're saying? Eventually his body died, but the original Lacan transmigrated. And kept doing that throughout the generations, and then it became Fae. So they split off. I got his, I being Faye, got Lacan's original whatever, and Grahf stayed Grahf, maybe. Bringing the destiny of becoming a contact with him, he was reborn as your present body. Sure. The remaining persona, just his desires, lived on separately by possessing the bodies of others. That is Grahf. That is me. I may have inherited Lacan's will, but I'm not the same as the contact Lacan. Okay, so making this clear now. Sure, yeah, this is clear. It is impossible for me to make real contact. There would be no true melding and release. Because yeah, you're only a part of Lacan. Even though our bodies may be different, I am still half of you. That fact remains. Although I'm imperfect, I can merge temporarily with Zohar, and thus may be able to buy you some time. This is the only way I can be one with you. This is all I can do. Deus' system will start to look for you again. Before then, you have to destroy the newly perfected Deus and this Zohar modifier. You're the only one that can destroy the physical barrier that encases God's body. Dad! As you said, that was Karen. Through many generations, Miang is beginning to break free from her bounds. Now that Elheim has merged with Deus, she has all of her memories back. All the memories from her original birth as the contact's complement up to her current transmigration. That includes all of the lives she has lived as Miang and her substitutes over the centuries. It's funny that you just refer to her as Miang, the second most recent one that we knew. Instead of like just what she was throughout history. I mean, that's fair. It's what's familiar to Faye and to us, the viewers. And of course, that includes your mother's memories too. Mother's memories? Faye cut away all the bonds on mankind. You should be able to do that now. Save her and all the other women bound with her. I am begging you, Faye. Okay, he merged. Khan and Grahf are essentially dead. I get his old gear. Well, not Grahf's. What's this? This pendant. Is this Sophia's or my mother's? It's nothing. I'm just talking to myself. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused everyone. Thank you all so much. Anyway, let's get going. There is little time left now for me and for our planet. Okay. And it continues. Do I get a save maybe now would be a good time? What is this place? This is where it all started. This is our genesis. We, no, humans were born here. Long ago, Deus crash-landed on this planet in an interplanetary colony ship. In order to revive itself someday, Deus detached the Zohar modifier's core. After this core unit came down here, a single woman awoke and rose out from it. We saw that. She's the mother of all humanity. After she awoke, she used all her power to bear several beings. These would become the ancestors of the whole of humanity. These were the Emperor and the Gazelle Ministry. Of course they were. Right, yes, those were the oldest humans in the entire world. We knew this. Cain was the first. Finally, she gave birth to replicas of herself to be humanity's caretakers. Two selves, the human mother and the weapon, the subject and the complement. That is Elly and Miang. Ah, so you are separating them. Gotcha. Okay, sure. All these dualities. So Elly and Miang kind of have like a Khan and Grahf thing going on. I, the sole survivor from the colony ship, met Elly, and everything started from there. Wait, are you the captain? The land of Genesis, Kadamoni. I heard that once. From the Elder Council, I think. This is that place. Odd. Why you have ancient memory? Usually, human memories cannot be passed down through the generations. So yeah, my choice is there. Rico's not here, but Sidon and Emeralda are. I guess Rico was third-party member, so he got kicked out. Humans do not normally have the ability to compress and store memories in their introns. But Elly and I, and Miang, are different. Due to our connection with the wave existence. That is, due to Zohar's ability to change possible phenomena, we can clearly store data in our introns. In other words, we can leave behind memories to be inherited by our descendants. Just as the wave existence is bound inside of Zohar, the information is affixed to me, so to speak, by some of the power of the wave existence. Something I'm noting here, like, all this stuff, Faye, Khan, Grahf, Elly, Miang, all of them are, well, I mean, they're like two people, plus Khan. Khan was a separate person for it. Anyway, so they have all this special connection to the very beginning of history. Then we got Krelian here, meddling in these things. He's only 500 years old, brand new from the perspective of this time scale. He's not all that special. In a sense, like he's the outsider meddling in these affairs here. I mean, so is Sidon and sort of Emeralda? Not exactly. Emeralda's different. Anyway, then this is the form from when Elly and Miang were still one being. This is the first woman of our world. Our mother. The true mother. Okay. Can I save now? Where are we? So if we destroy that Zohar thing, everything will be over, right? Okay, I see Melchior there on the left. Zephyr there to his left. The right, from our perspective. Mason is here. Sigurd is here. Choo-choo's way up there. Yes. The source of our ether powers, and the source of power for the generators that make our gears work. It all comes from the Zohar modifier engine, which can control any potential phenomena. If we destroy it, Deus and the Seraph Angels will all be deactivated. Right, the Seraph Angels, I forgot about those. They were kinda abstracted away. But they're bad things that are out there. And then we should also be able to free Elly, who has become bound to the Deus weapon system as Miang. Where the heck are we? Right, Faye? Yeah, that's what the wave existence said. But then there is the downside. It will also mean that we will no longer be able to use our gears or our ether powers anymore. What are those Seraph Angels all about, anyway? That odd appearance as if they lack something, as if they were neither living beings nor mere weapons. Zohar senses the human consciousness and incarnates the Seraphs. Human consciousness? Zohar itself involves the principle of uncertainty. The observer's perception of Zohar determines the entity it actually becomes. Yeah, this is all, like, sort of pseudo-quantum mechanics stuff. In other words, I believe that those angels are incarnations of the spirits of people. The people who have been absorbed by Deus to become parts of it. So what merit is there for them to gain in eliminating all of civilization? Is it some kind of hatred for those humans who have survived? Of course not. Those people who were created and assimilated as parts for Deus would not have such intentions. Try to remember what Elly, when she became Miang, said. The creations of God will someday be a hindrance. That is why they must be eliminated. Yes, that is why Merkava is being used to begin the destruction, but Deus is not following its programming of exterminating all of civilization. The Seraphs, which are terminal interface weapons, there's that term again, of Deus, are using their bodies composed of nanomachines to absorb massive numbers of people regardless of whether they are dead or alive. Oh right, these are all the mutated people from the surface. That's how it is. It is not discriminating between the mutant and non-mutant people. This is highly peculiar. The fact that the people who are meant to be destroyed are being taken in as well. That is the absolute opposite of what it is supposed to be doing. Maybe there aren't enough parts? That is unlikely. Aside from those bodies that were destined to be parts for it, Deus, who has already acquired the abilities of the nanomachines, can just about use any material to construct its body. It is obvious it has other intentions in mind. Those intentions, Krelian has called Deus the Mother. Has he? If God is the Mother, then those motives are coming from the Great Mother, impeding the growth of its child, enveloping it to bring the child back to the womb to become one with it. That is its motive. Such a program does not exist within its design, though. It was probably given this unique will by someone, either from Elly, who has merged with the Deus, or... Either way, it doesn't change the fact that we have to fight, regardless of what their intentions are. The problem is how we're supposed to deal with them. You think we can do it in our current state? The secret battleship Excalibur will also take part in the final battle, so that's where we are. The secret battleship Excalibur. Sure, suddenly that exists. Additionally, the military potential of all the surface forces will assemble here. Even if we can put together a massive force, we still have the problem with the main armament of the Merkava. We need to know how to take that out. As long as we don't do that... Merkava's ultra-long-range cannon has the ability to vaporize any substance. On top of that, they have a barrier around their perimeter that nullifies all attacks. We've fought against the Merkava many times to try to stop its onslaught. However, we cannot even get close, hence we have to withdraw every time. Damn it, no matter how much we want to save Elly, if we can't get inside the Merkava, it's meaningless. To add to that, there is the problem of those Seraphs. They function as the terminal interfaces weapons for close defense. I can easily say that their attack power is equivalent to the Omnigear class. They even have the regenerative ability due to the nanomachines. Don't be concerned about that. I was able to obtain some data from Xenogears. You see, Xenogears has mutagenically evolved due to its contact with Zohar. Is Xenogears now the name of the merged together Veltol and Wiseman Khan's gear? Maybe. Using that data, all of your new gears ought to be completed soon. Additionally, all the other weapons and armaments are being modified to implement the disassembler device. Disassembler device? This dialogue pattern sure shows up a lot. Just repeat 2 words to get them to say more. In contrast to the nano-assemblers, which create matter to repair with, the disassemblers have the ability to dismantle or destroy matter. They can even deactivate the nanomachine's restoring ability by disengaging their repair programs. This should be sufficiently effective even against the Deus' Seraphs. Alright, even if we can deal with the angels, just how are we going to deal with that Merkava? We can't even get close to the thing. There is no such thing as a perfect defense. There is a way. Look over here. I'm looking. Merkava's main gun requires a 1.2 second interval to reload because of its tremendous output. Upon firing, although it is only sectional, there will be a portion of the barrier that will be opened. There is a 1.87 second delay before the barrier reforms in that area. If we can use this window of time to target and destroy that cannon, it will be possible to close in on it. If we can get close enough, we can break through with gravitational spatial correction. That's what we used to get into Solaris that one time, isn't it? Well, this is the rough idea. Unfortunately, we don't have such a long-range cannon. What about Fort Fatima? That could acquire a target in such a brief time frame. So what you're saying is we just need to shut that annoying cannon up, right? You want to go head on into Merkava? Now you're being reckless again. That's suicide. No, listen, we're not going to just rush in. The Yggdrasil 4 and this Excalibur are also equipped with barriers. That's what we'll use. Although only for a short time we can withstand a direct hit from Merkava's main cannon. Then we can close in and watch for that part of the barrier to go down and then destroy the cannon. How long will our barrier last? About 20 or so seconds. That's all? It wouldn't matter how fast we fly. In that amount of time, we'll be without a barrier before we can get within firing range. And those numbers are valid only if the generator is at full drive, right? You can only get those numbers if we sacrifice all of their output and propulsion. Okay, wow, Faye is really thinking like an engineer here. I'm not suggesting we go in with guns blazing knowing we're going to lose. We're going to physically put a lid on it directly. As you've said, the Yggdrasil 4 or the Excalibur's barrier can't sufficiently defend against Merkava's attack. At least with one generator, that is. Meaning? Meaning we can defend against the Merkava with twice the amount of time. 40 seconds if we couple the two generators together. This way we can make it into the heart of Merkava. Then what about the propulsion? Just hear me out. It is very bright in here. Okay, we're going through the whole plan here. This is what we do. First, we transform my Yggdrasil into heavy assault mode and load it into the Excalibur so we can couple the generators. So that's what you did when you merged with the Kislev capital, right? Probably. By doing that, we can reduce the energy usage down to just supporting the hull of the ship and generating the barrier. This will allow most of the energy to be devoted to generating the barrier. Next, shift the barrier to full front and focus it to a single point where their main cannon will make its strike. Don't miss that. Now for movement. First off, we develop a barrier by engaging Excalibur's generator to maximum power. For propulsion during that time, we'll install on the Yggdrasil those large solid rockets we got from the ruins of the mass driver. Oh yeah. I forgot about that thing. When Excalibur's barrier expires, we'll use the Yggdrasil's forest generator to develop a barrier. Then we'll also detach the solid rockets and shift the Excalibur into conventional flight. Using this method, we can get right in Merkava's face. After it fires, it'll be defenseless. During this time, we'll block the muzzle of Merkava's cannon with Excalibur's bow ram. Bow ram? Bow something. Upon which we should have 0.67 seconds. Oh, lots of time. With the cannon fire of the Excalibur, we'll destroy the Yggdrasil 4's slave generator and incapacitate the Merkava along the way, and then we break through. That's what the plan is all about. The combination of the barriers of both ships, storming the Merkava, the timing of the cannon fire of the Excalibur. These are all going to be crucial. Yeah. We got less than a second of error here. Mess up any one of these and the consequences are going to be severe. Hence, it'll be necessary to have both crews in sync with each other. That's why I'd like to place Sig in command of the Excalibur. I have no qualms with that. What do you think, Queen? Will you lend us your battleship? Since there appears to be no other alternative, let us go with that. Please use it as you see fit. Is Choo-Choo in the pilot seat up there? But we are not cutting it. But are we not cutting it uncomfortably close? When you calculate the arrival time and the barrier generation time, you will see what I mean. One minor mishap will put us in a situation where we could run out of barrier power before our arrival. Also, we will be devoting both generators to keeping the barriers up. Won't that leave us without perimeter defenses? We won't stand a chance if we get engaged by the Seraph Angels on our way to Merkava. That's a good point. Those are still there. We'll hold them off. You can count on us. You guys just concentrate on taking out that main cannon. Alright, so the Xenogears take care of the Seraphs. Thanks, we're depending on you. Already, everywhere else has been taken out. This is the only place that's left. This is going to be the true final battle. Okay. Choo-Choo does a little hop. Can I save before it? Someday, please? Ever? We set out to silence God's Ark, Merkava, which was the epitome of offensive and defensive power, and then storm inside it. We initiated the operation to destroy Zohar. Oh, that's the end of that scene. Okay, we're just doing it. We're in it right now. Barrier number 1. Our 40-second timer has started. There go the propulsion rockets. Fade to black, fade to white. And now we're in another scene. Why did it have to do that? This couldn't be continuous? Whoa. Okay. So it all just happens. No interaction from me needed. What's going on here? I'm not sure what that part was. Okay, Merkava's going down. We did it. Okay, cool. Good for us. That can't be. A secondary explosion? Oh no, I should have known better. What a miscalculation. The explosion was too big. It reacted with the main condenser right under the main cannon, and induced a secondary explosion. How could I have been so stupid? You mean we overdid it? Why did I not realize it sooner? This means we might have... Oh no, Elly! Oh my gosh, Elly! What is it this time? Hey, Sidan, what more is going to happen? Something is happening in the center of Merkava. What could it be? That's the awakening of Deus, isn't it? Whoa, look at that thing. It's big. Kinda looks like Sin. Ooh, that seems bad. Planet was already destroyed though, and wasn't it? Like, who was left? Shevat and the group of us. All the other humans on the surface are already just mutated and turned into seraphs, right? What is there left to destroy? At that time, the earth quaked and shook, and from the location where the Merkava crashed, a giant object appeared. It was Deus's final form. The Merkava was merely its vessel. Deus evolved through the use of Krelian's nanomachines into a planetary-scale weapon and began terraforming. It was attempting to convert this entire planet into a weapon. We retreated back to the base at the snow plains to form a new strategy. We decided to go back into Deus. Time was running out for us. Time's running out for me too. Look at this interval between save points. Can I use that one? Yes! Thank you. Okay. Okay. This just keeps on going. Like, there are so many opportunities to end, but it's just not done. I mean, we got the conclusion of a super major story arc here, though. Khan came back, he was Grahf, and now the two of them are dead. And they were also the same person. Also Id, unified with Faye. Okay, so we basically just got, like, well, a lot still going on. First and last. Okay. Will next time be the final part? I don't know! It just kinda keeps on going. That's fine. It's good. Today was actually very good. I enjoyed this a lot. Alright, I'll see you next time to continue this wild ride and see what happens.